EM demands my expensive gaming laptop for her son at a coffee shop. I was at my favorite local coffee shop the other day trying to get some work done. It's usually pretty quiet during the mid-afternoon lull, perfect for focusing. I had my noise-canceling headphones on and my laptop open, working on a project. After a while, I took a short break and decided to decompress by playing a quick game on my laptop. It's a graphically intense game, so the visuals were pretty striking on my screen. I was just getting into it when I noticed a kid standing next to my table staring intently at the screen. He looked maybe 7 or 8. I didn't think much of it at first. Kids are curious. Then his mother walked over. EM, smiling sweetly. Oh, he loves your game. It looks so exciting. Me. Yeah, it's a fun one. M. He's really good at video games. You should let him try it. Me. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm actually using this for work as well, and it's a pretty expensive machine. It's not really set up for someone else to just hop on and play right now. M. Smile falters slightly, but he wants to play. Just for a few minutes, it'll make him happy. Me. I understand, but I really can't. This is my personal laptop, and I have sensitive files and software on it. Plus, like I said, it's expensive, and I don't want anything to happen to it. Kid starts to look pouty. Mommy, I want to play the game. EM turns back to me, tone hardening. See? You're making him sad. It's just a computer game. What's the big deal? Let him play it. It's not like you're doing anything important. I was literally working on a project with a deadline before I took a break, but even if I wasn't, it's my property. Me. Whether I'm working or not, it's my laptop. I'm not comfortable letting a stranger, especially a child, use it. I'm sure there are games on his phone or tablet he could play. M. He doesn't have those with him, and he wants to play this game. You are being incredibly selfish. He's just a child. You should share. Sharing is caring. Me. Sharing applies to things like toys or snacks, not someone's personal, expensive electronics that are also used for work. I'm not obligated to share my laptop with a stranger. M. You are horrible, denying a child something so simple. He's been good all day. He deserves to play that game. She then leaned closer, lowering her voice but making it sharp. Look, how much for you to just let him play? I'll give you $10. That's more than enough for a few minutes on a computer. A $10 offer for a laptop worth well over $1,000 plus all my work data? I couldn't help but scoff slightly. Me, $10? Number, this laptop is not for rent or for public use. The answer is no. Please leave me alone. MD, face turning red. Fine. Be a horrible, greedy person. I hope your precious computer breaks. You clearly don't have children or you'd understand. You are a pathetic loner playing games by yourself. She grabbed her son's arm and yanked him away from my table, muttering insults about me and my supposed lack of a life. The kid was now crying because he didn't get his way. The barista behind the counter gave me a sympathetic wince. I just put my headphones back on, though my focus was completely broken. The entitlement to demand someone's personal, valuable property for their child's fleeting amusement is just mind-boggling. Demanding someone's laptop and offering $10? The sheer entitlement is off the charts. If you're shocked too, make sure you're subscribed. EM loses it when I won't let her family cut the queue at a theme park ride. My family and I were spending a day at a popular theme park. It was a busy Saturday, so lines for the rides were long but manageable and moving steadily. We had been waiting in line for one of the more popular roller coasters for about 45 minutes. The queue was a series of switchbacks clearly marked and everyone was patiently shuffling along. We were about halfway through the estimated wait time when we saw a family of 4. A mom, dad, and 2 kids, maybe 8 and 10, just walk past the entrance and start trying to weave their way up the side of the queue. They were clearly trying to skip the line. Most people were just giving them dirty looks, but nobody was saying anything. As they got closer to where we were, the mom tried to squeeze in right in front of us. Me, stepping slightly to block her. Excuse me, the end of the line is back there. M, looking surprised, I spoke. Oh, we're just joining our friends. I looked around. There was no one ahead of us who looked like they were waiting for this family. Even if there were, cutting this far up is still not how that works. Me, I don't see anyone you could be joining this far up. The line starts all the way back at the entrance. EM scoffs. Look, my kids are tired and hot. They can't stand in this long line. We just need to get on the ride. Me, everyone's kids are tired and hot. We've all been waiting. You need to go to the back of the line like everyone else. M, but it's too long. They won't last. It's cruel to make children wait this long. Me, then maybe this isn't the right ride for them, or you should have gotten a fast pass. You can't just skip everyone who has been waiting patiently. Other people around us were now paying attention, some nodding in agreement with me. Getting louder. How dare you? You don't know my children. They have special needs. They can't handle waiting. Her kids, meanwhile, looked perfectly fine, just slightly bored like most kids in line. They weren't showing any signs of distress or special needs that would require immediate boarding. They just looked embarrassed. Me, if they have special needs that prevent them from waiting in line, you should have gone to guest services for an accommodation pass, not tried to cut hundreds of people. We don't need a pass. This is faster. Just let us through. No, we're not hurting anyone. Me, you're hurting everyone who has followed the rules and waited their turn. No, you cannot cut. Dad, stepping forward, looking annoyed. Just let us go, lady. It's not a big deal. Me, it is a big deal. It's unfair to everyone else. Theisna starts yelling. Fine, be a miserable hag. I hope you enjoy waiting even longer. You have no heart. My poor children, you're just trying to ruin our day. Other people in line started speaking up, telling her to go to the back. One guy behind me loudly said, yeah, get to the back. Nobody likes a line cutter. The EM looked furious, but realized she wasn't going to win. She shot daggers at me and the people around us, then muttered something about reporting me to park staff as she grudgingly led her family back towards the actual end of the line. They didn't make eye contact with anyone as they walked past. It was a small victory, but standing up to line cutters felt necessary, especially when they used their kids as an excuse. EM demands I move my table at an outdoor cafe so her kid can run freely in my space. I was enjoying a quiet afternoon at an outdoor cafe terrace. It's a nice spot with tables spaced out, right next to a public walkway in a small grassy area. I had ordered my coffee and pastry, spread out some notes in my tablet, and was settled in for a couple of hours of work and relaxation. A family arrived shortly after and took a table further down the terrace. They had one child, a boy who looked about 5 or 6. Almost immediately, the kid started running back and forth along the paved area between the tables and the grassy section. He was being pretty loud, but it's an outdoor space, so I didn't let it bother me too much. I just focused on my work. After about 10 minutes of this, the mother approached my table. Excuse me? Me, looking up from my tablet. Yes? You need to move your table. Me, move my table? Why? It's in the way. My son is trying to play and you're taking up too much space. I looked around. My table was in a designated spot for cafe seating. There was plenty of room on the walkway for people to pass, and the grassy area was right there for the kid to run in. He was just choosing to run specifically in the small gap between my table and the next one. Me, ma'am, this is a cafe table. I'm a customer. I'm sitting in a designated spot. But my son wants to run here. Your table is right where he wants to go. You need to move it so he has room. Me, this isn't a public playground like it's seating for the cafe. Your son can run in the grass or on the wider parts of the path. I'm not going to move my table. That's unreasonable. He's just a child. He needs space to run. You're being very inconsiderate. Me, I'm using a table provided by the cafe that I'm a paying customer of. I'm not taking up any space I'm not supposed to. Your son needs to play in the appropriate areas. But he likes running here. It's not fair to make him run somewhere he doesn't want to. Just slide your table over. She gestured impatiently as if moving a heavy outdoor table loaded with my things was a simple flick of the wrist. Me, no, I'm not moving my table. I'm working here. Please have your son play elsewhere. Getting agitated. You are being so difficult. It's just a little bit of space. What are you even doing that's so important you can't make room for a child? Me, that's irrelevant. I'm a customer using a table. I have my things spread out. I'm not going to pack up and move because your son wants to run in this specific spot. Fine. Be that way. You clearly hate children. I'm going to tell the manager you're being disruptive. She stormed off towards the cafe entrance. I watched her speak animatedly to the barista, pointing at me. The barista, who knew I was a regular and had seen the kid running around, just listened patiently, then seemed to explain something to the EM. The EM came back looking even angrier. She didn't say anything else to me directly, but grabbed her son and pulled him towards their own table, muttering loudly about rude people and no space for kids anywhere, and the kid looked confused more than anything. They left shortly after. The sheer entitlement to demand someone change their legitimate use of a space just to accommodate a child's arbitrary desire to run in a specific spot is truly baffling. The audacity to demand someone move their paid cafe spot for a child's specific running path. What's your take on parents who demand space like this? Let's discuss in the comments. EM insists I let her son play with my valuable collectible because sharing is caring. I collect vintage action figures. It's a hobby I've had since I was a kid, and I have some pieces that are quite rare and valuable, not to mention having significant sentimental value. I usually keep them safely displayed at home, but sometimes I'll bring a less fragile one to a local meetup, or just have it with me if I'm going to be out for a while and want to show it off to a fellow collector. I was at a community center waiting for a meeting to start, sitting in the lobby. I had brought a specific figure with me because a friend wanted to see it. It was out of its box, but I was holding it carefully, admiring the detail. A woman and her son, who looked about 6, were also in the lobby. Kid, pointing, "Mommy, look, a superhero toy." EM, smiling at me. "Oh, that's a nice figure. My son loves superheroes." Me, "Thanks. Yeah, this one is pretty cool." Can he hold it? Me, "Oh, I'm sorry, but this isn't really a toy. It's a collectible. It's quite old and a bit fragile. It's not for playing with." But he just wants to look at it. He'll be careful. Me, "I appreciate that, but I really can't let him handle it. It's valuable to me and I don't want it to get damaged." Kid, reaching out. Let me see. To the kid, "See? The lady will let you hold it." To me, smile returning. "Just for a minute." He's very gentle. Me, "No, I'm sorry, but the answer is no. It's not a toy for children to play with." Smile vanishes. "Why not?" "Are you selfish? He just wants to look at it. What's the big deal?" Me, "The big deal is that it's a fragile collectible. It's not meant to be played with by a child. If it breaks, I can't easily replace it." So? It's just a toy. Sharing is caring, you know? You should teach children to share. You're being a bad example. Me, "Sharing applies to things like toys or snacks that are meant to be shared. This is my personal, valuable property. I'm not obligated to let a stranger's child play with it." "But he wants to." "You're making him sad, and your kid starts whining. "See, you're upsetting him. Just let him hold it. It will make him happy. What kind of person denies a child a simple toy?" Me, "It's not a simple toy. It's a collectible, and I'm not denying him a toy. I'm preventing him from potentially damaging my property. Please stop asking." Getting angry. "You are unbelievable. You're just being greedy. Keeping that little plastic thing all to yourself. He needs to learn to share, and so do you. Give it to him." She actually reached out as if to take the figure from my hand. I quickly pulled it back, holding it protectively. Me, "Do not touch me or my property. The answer is no. Leave me alone." Fine. Be a selfish jerk. I hope he gets one for his birthday and breaks it immediately. You clearly don't have kids or you'd understand. She grabbed her son and stormed off, muttering about how awful some people are. The kid looked back over his shoulder, still looking more confused than upset. I just sat there, figure safe in my hand, shaking my head. The idea that anything a child wants should be immediately provided, even if it belongs to someone else and isn't meant for them, is just peak entitlement. Demanding a valuable collectible and trying to grab it? That's not sharing, that's theft attempt. If you agree, hit like and subscribe before you go.